So let's talk now about this purposeful organization. So we got this leadership thing down, and I have all faith and confidence in our ability to lead a school. That's never been a question in my mind in the charter schools. We have passionate, caring, strong-willed people. It's sometimes the organizational side that we need to have some help with. So a purposeful organization is driven by that shared moral values and that purpose. It's articulated by the vision and mission. It's aligned by expectations. Now, those expectations we're going to talk about need to be clearly written through your documents and aligned with that shared moral purpose. So there needs to be a connection. Here's the why, and your handbooks and things become the how to do it. It's sustained by ongoing knowledge building. So on the leadership side, you're a coach, and you're coaching. But on the management organization side, there has to be some systematic way for ongoing knowledge building. Not just throwing out professional development, but ongoing knowledge building.
And tell me if this is going to interfere with the rest of your presentation.
Oh, I will.
We use the word coaching a lot lately. It's become very popular again. Can you give an example of, as a leader, I mean, I'm thinking about in the past, and I've had principals, you know, and they would go over your evaluation, they'd come and look in your room, they'd give you some, you know, feedback. What is different? How is that essence of coaching different?
Keith, the question is, we have principals that give us an evaluation, and they tell us, here's what you need to fix, and here's what you need to do. What's the difference between that and what would be a coach? What would a leadership coach do as opposed to just somebody giving you that?
Well, depending on the technique, and I'll just use one technique. In and out coaching. No, I don't need that. I'll use in and out coaching as a technique where you go into a classroom with maybe your assistant principal or someone of leadership, and you watch the particular staff member do their thing, and then you leave the second person in the classroom, you bring the teacher out, and you say, well, this is, you know, you were on task, the objectives look good, the bell work looked good, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. One thing that concerned me, however, was that little Johnny was back in the corner. You never had any eye contact with him. So what I would like for you to do next time I come into the room is have some eye contact with all the students. So that would be one of the techniques.
Perfect. So it's like a coach. And Keith Greal is a basketball coach for his entire 30 years basketball coach. So it's a difference. Somebody who's just given directions would say, here's what you did, here's what you need to do. A coach would pull this person off the side and say, hey, this was great, here's the great parts. Now, next time I come, I want you to dribble the ball this way, throw the layup this way. And they give them that assignment and coaching to do. So here is the organizational side of this thing. You have those shared moral values in place. They are clearly articulated through your written expectations. It's just not something I say, but it's clearly through all your documents. You give relevant and timely feedback. And timely means that you're always there. You're always there coaching, always there guiding and directing and giving feedback. You're providing the ongoing knowledge systems where they can gain knowledge building. And the best system for me is professional learning communities, where they become responsible for their own learning and is directed right back to the shared moral values and the vision. Then there has to come, no matter what there has to come that moment of precise accountability. There has to become the moment, that's one, that's two, now we have to help you find another place to live, another place. And here's my experience, that I coach, I'm always in the room, I'm around the building, and it comes down to the point where I give them things to do and I coach them along and they're still not doing it and I let them go. There's not the hard feelings because they know my personal relationship, I've invested in them, and now guess what? We can't renew you. And they know why. There's nothing, no surprises. If there's no coaching, it's an absentee leader. I do not know any teachers that doesn't need coaching. Actually, it's this thing here. Feedback, does feedback only mean things that they need to improve on? No. Because here's the challenge. The lack of feedback, our human nature says, oh, I must not be doing something. They've never told me anything. That means they must be upset with me. So you need to give the feedback on the positive as well.